One of the challenges we face as humans is how storms comes into our lives. Storms comes without giving you any warning, without giving you any hints. It appears to be that since sin came into this world, storms has become like part of our lives. At the moment when you think your business and everything is booming, is going on well, suddenly something you are not expecting shows up and disrupts everything. When you thought your relationship is taking another level, boom, another twist. It is like we are having a twist of life, especially when we are getting to our better moment, the best moment of our lives, when we are beginning to feel that everything is setting, everything is getting in place and everything is getting well. That is when suddenly storms comes. When it comes, it shakes us. Some of us become dumbfounded, some people become broken, some become depressed, not knowing what to do, because they never imagine. I don't know what you're going through, and I don't know what you have been through, and maybe by the grace of God we are out. Did you ever expect that? Did you ever expect that kind of sickness in that moment of your life? Did you ever expect that financial loss at that time? Did you ever expect that betrayal at that crucial part of your life? Did you ever expect something like that? You don't expect it. Suddenly it comes. When it happens like that, then you begin to ask ourselves a lot of questions. Why? Why this time? We begin to even question our faith. What is going on? I thought everything is going on right. Then it turns to God. Why would God even watch something like this to happen to me? Why? Why do I deserve something like this? Why, God? I've been serving you wholeheartedly. Why do you have to watch me to go through this? At this moment of my life, when I thought things are going on well, when I thought that everything has been put in place, when I thought things are taking a better shape, why do you allow something like this at this time? No, I don't believe God is with me. If God is with me, He wouldn't allow this. The point here is, as soon as we go into those situations, we begin to feel that God cannot be with us for something like that to happen to us. No, that's something we don't really want to accept. That God is with me, that He watched me. He watched the business that I built from scratch when things was about to take shape. Then all of a sudden, something I had never expected just came in. No hint, nothing. It destroys everything. God is with me? No. How can God be with me? Then the relationship that I've built for years just crumple like that. God is with me? God is with me? When all my plans, everything, as I have suffered, everything I have put in place, now everything has scattered to say God is with me? God is with me when I'm going through this pain. I don't want to mention it because each one of us has peculiar problems that we are going through. And definitely you are asking, is it true that God is with me and He watched me? Let me bust your brain. God can be with you and the storms of life will still hit you. God can be with you and that your business can still face that challenge. God can be with you and you go through that turn and off and on kind of relationship, the disappointment, the betrayal. God can still be with you. God can be right with you, right beside you, and those things can still happen to you. I think this is some of the things that most of Christians have not grown to accept or grown to believe, that God can be with us, yet problems can come, challenges can come. It takes moment of maturity, walk with Christ, to be able to appreciate some of these things. I am not trying to scare you or trying to say anything blasphemy. Let me give you an example. When Jesus Christ was with the disciples in the boat and the storm came, why would the storm hit the boat when Jesus Christ was in the boat? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about that? Jesus was in the boat, yet the storm had the nerves. The storm had the nerves, had the muscles, had everything to shake a boat that Jesus Christ was lying in. But there's one thing for sure. The presence of Jesus in the boat did not stop the storm. However, the presence of Jesus in the boat guaranteed their survival. That is one thing I want you to understand. Listen to me again. The presence of Jesus in the boat did not stop the storm. But what happens is that the presence of Jesus in the boat guarantees whoever is in the boat a survivor. There was no way Jesus is in the boat and that boat will sink. But here is the challenge. You saw the disciples, what the disciples did. Jesus was in the boat, but they thought they were experienced men. They have been on the sea for so many times. In fact, when we talk about fishermen is not like people who drive canoe and they will help you to cross rivers and stuff. No. People who are fishermen go deep so that they can get fish. And those who go deep are those who face storms and the others. So when they encountered that, they felt like, oh, come on. We have had this experience before. What is this storm? We are skilled men. We are very expert. We are expert in this. So when they try their possible best to make sure they navigate their way out of the storm. This is what most of us also do. Jesus is with us, and a challenge has come. Each of you has to calm down and turn to him and say, Master, this is what is going on. Why is this happening? You begin to think that we are good enough, we are so expert, we have so much wisdom to the extent that we think we can solve every situation that comes on our way. So we begin to solve it ourselves. You begin to put certain things in place. When it fails, then we turn to God and begin to be blaming God. This is what the disciples did. After they have tried their way, they saw Jesus in the boat, they ignored Jesus in the boat, trying to find their way out. After they failed, then they turned to Jesus and said, Master, you are here and you are perishing. Didn't you see that he was there in the beginning, at the first place? Didn't they see him? I'm asking you also. Now that the problem has now choked your neck, now you cannot do anything about it. Then you are blaming and castigating God, saying, God, you are there and I'm going through this. In the beginning of that situation, when it started small, where were you? When it started small, did you see Jesus in the picture? Did you recognize a master? An omnipotent, the sovereign God, the mighty God? Did you recognize him? You didn't. You thought you could solve it by yourself. And after you've tried all your tactics, your strategies, and it didn't work, then you come to blame God. In the beginning of the situation, we have to recognize our God. That is what the disciples failed to do. The problem was not the fear. The problem was the fact that they ignored Jesus being there with them, not seeing the essence of waking him up when the thing started. Many of us, the issue is not what the fear of what we are going through. The issue is the fact that we are ignored, that we have someone right beside us who can come in and speak, and everything will go down. When the disciples finally realized that they had a master with them, they had Jesus with them, then they didn't go to Jesus. Jesus now calmed down the storm. He said, "Peace, be still." And then they were wondering, who is this? That even the wind hear his voice and obey. Let me ask you this. Have you thought about this? These people were the one who woke Jesus up from sleep. They told Jesus that, "Master, you are perishing." Now Jesus spoke, and the wind and everything listened and obeyed to Jesus, and they were shocked. They were surprised. They were marveled. At first, didn't they believe Jesus could do that? That's why they woke him up. Didn't they believe that? Then what it means is that they did not even actually, but just that they realized that we have somebody who have. So let's do a test and try and see. Is that what happened? That's what Jesus asked them. Where is your faith? You that you are even blaming God. In your mind, do you believe Jesus can do it? In your mind, just be frank to yourself. Do you believe that Jesus can do it? Do you believe it? Even though you are castigating him, you are saying a whole lot of things. Do you believe him that what you are going through, he can speak and everything will come down? Do you believe that? I'm asking you an honest question. It's not about what you're saying with your mouth. It's about what is going on inside you. Inside you, do you believe that? Do you believe that Jesus could speak and all those challenges that feels like a mountain over you, Jesus could speak and everything will go down? Do you believe that? One thing I want you to know is that we have to trust God even in the storm. That while Jesus is with you, nothing can happen to you. And in the beginning of the situation, go to him. Don't let it escalate before you try to blame him for whatever is happening. Go to him as early as possible and cry your heart out to him. In the moment of storm, our memory become a weapon, whether to fashion against us or to fight for us. What do I mean by our memory? Fighting against us, fashion against us, or working in favor of us. In a situation like this, if you are not ungrateful, you realize that God has been good to you in the past. There were moments where you lost hope, he came in for you. There were moments where everybody thought it is over, but Jesus told you, hold on, and he came through for you. Why don't you remember those moments and cling on those moments that he has done something for me before? So if it has happened again, if it has come again, he will do it. But sometimes you're ungrateful. We only remember the bad days. We don't remember the good days. Try to be grateful for once. As soon as you go through, I know it is painful. I know it is all disheartening, what you're going through, what has happened to you. But chill down, calm down, and remember that this Savior, this Jesus, this God you are working with, has once been your refuge. So what shows that He won't come through for you this time? He will. But one thing He is expecting from you is that you trust Him through the storm. Just trust Him through the storm. That is what He's expecting from you. Trust Him through the storm. I'm very happy to have shared this with you because I know it might help you. Jesus is the Lord of yesterday, today and forevermore. The one who came through for you yesterday is here today and will be there for you tomorrow. Storms are part of life now because of sin. They will come even when Jesus is with you. But know for sure that once Jesus is with you, your survival is guaranteed. See you in the next episode. Let me know your thought about this message in the comment section. Comment, share your experience. Let's get through with this. Share your experience. A lot of people go to the comment section. Some of us are comment readers. Share your comment there. Share your testimony. Share how God has been with you. Somebody can read it, and it may be one of the best evangelism you may have done for someone. See you in the next episode.